Hello!
Welcome back.
Indeed, to another episode of the Woolpatch vlog.
Yes.
Woolly Wednesday.
Woolly Wednesday.
Very hot day today here.
Yes. We have a fan going, so if you hear it in the background, we apologise, but it's so very warm.
It's great.
Stuart's in shorts, he's fine. Everything's in the wash for me, so I'm in my linen trousers and I'm still overheating.
So it's officially, for Britain, the hottest day of the year.
Yeah.
34 degrees in London.
Roasty.
What is it about here? It's about 28, 29?
29, yeah.
I know some of you get that all the time, but
Yes.
for us...
It's very hot. Very, very hot.
But we were lucky last year. We had this every day for what? June, July and August and September, didn't we?
Yeah, it was incredibly hot last summer.
So, so the fan's on, and we thought we'd go for a nice bright orange background, Alison Glass, to go with the hot theme.
Yeah.
But it's made my hair go all curly. It's like...
Don't lie, you were going for that on purpose.
Well, I am growing it long, but it seems to have gone uber curly.
He told me earlier he wants to be full on hippie curly.
Yeah, well, yeah, I need to keep it short on the sides though.
I am joking.
Otherwise I look a bit too, like Stig of the Dump. Did you ever read that book?
No.
Or watch the TV programme?
No.
I loved that.
I don't think we had that when I was growing up.
Did you not?
No. We had different telly.
So
Right.
how are we all? Well, thanks
Yes.
for all your messages on the last episode. Love reading them. Some
so
great
nice.
comments.
I know. It's always really, really nice. I
Yeah.
try to reply to as many as I can.
You did well, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we don't share it. It's just whoever sort of reads it first.
I happen to be
gets there
online,
first.
yeah, because I was doing my own, because I have another channel for myself, and I was doing, I don't know what I've done here. Anyway, I was doing my own channel, and I thought I'll pop in and look, and loads of people had already
It was
commented.
brilliant,
It was
yes.
amazing. So thank you very much for that. It is awesome. You rock.
And we're getting new subscribers all the time as well.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Really pleased. So,
If you haven't subscribed, do subscribe and click the little bell to get all the notifications. Okay, got that
Yes,
out of
yeah. All that housekeeping.
there. Yes.
So we've had a new fabric collection arrive in the shop this week.
It's lovely.
Not much wool, obviously, because summer
Yes.
quietens down with people buying wool.
Yeah. Unlike me knitting away.
And actually, I try not to spend too much money in the summer period anyway. So this was a naughty fabric collection.
But this would see you into autumn as well.
It would,
Beautiful.
yes, yeah. But I have to pay for that around August time, and that's when money is like, because no one's
Squeaky.
about. Yeah. So this technically should have come in for May, because I wanted this to be for our quilt festival, but it didn't come in, so it's now like 2 months late.
Oh, how frustrating.
And that is the hardest part of buying fabric, because you order it so far in advance. As we've spoken about before, it's up to about 6 months in advance. Like I've ordered some Game of Thrones fabric.
Have you?
January came out. I thought, yes, I don't normally do licensed fabric or like Mickey Mouse, Disney and all that sort of stuff, Star Wars. But I'm a big Game of Thrones fan, and I saw that and I thought, do you know what, that will coincide perfectly with the last season.
The end of the season, yeah.
And I said, oh, when do you think it's going to come out? And they said, oh, we think it's going to be sort of April time. And I thought, great.
Perfect.
That will be perfect.
Yeah.
Still waiting for it.
You're kidding.
Yeah, gutted. Because I thought that would be great. People are watching the final season.
They're going to want to
and
do
then they
stuff.
might want to do something, and I could talk about it and sort of jump on that bandwagon. Still waiting.
I think people will still be interested. There are people like yourself who are still fans. It's the same as Harry Potter films are over. And
yes,
people
true.
still buy a lot of Harry Potter stuff.
Do you think I should get some Harry Potter fabric?
I would love some Harry Potter fabric. I would make all of the quilts for all of the houses. Because I'm part Gryffindor and part Hufflepuff.
Oh, so
I'm a
you know
Gryffindor.
what house you are?
Of course, I've been sorted and I sorted myself repeatedly, so therefore I'm a Gryffindor.
Oh.
There's actually a thing, Gryffindor, where you're half and halfer.
Oh, right.
Do you not know what house you are?
Oh, no, I'm not a Harry Potter fan.
Any Harry Potter fans, do we think we should sort Stuart? What house do you think he's in? I wonder what house you are in. I think you
I am a bit sporty and a bit creative. Does that have a... How do they work it out?
They all have different traits, yeah.
Oh,
so
right.
you have the bravery and stuff.
Yeah.
But Gryffindor and Slytherin would be the same, but Gryffindor, in my opinion, have ethics. Whereas
right. Slytherin
are like, they're looking after themselves. Forget about everybody else. But Hufflepuff is also a good one. I like them. And Ravenclaw, they're like super... I think they're the intelligent ones, you know.
Right, okay. So is there something online where you tap in your name and it works it out for you?
Oh, I'm going to sort them out. We'll figure it out, people.
Okay, fabulous. How did we get onto that anyway?
Game of Thrones fabric.
Oh, yes,
fabric.
yeah. What about Star Wars? I've got a couple of Star Wars fans, but I just don't know whether it will sell. But do you know what? Maybe that sort of fabric. I've always been a bit snobbish about not getting that fabric in because I don't know why really. Now I've come to think about it. But will actually that sell more than just random fabric that we choose? You know, when you get these collections of blues and greens or whatever.
I think the thing with the likes of Harry Potter and those licensed fabrics, they're not seasonal.
Right.
So they will sell no matter what time of the year. So for example, I went in today, good example, I was looking for my new diary for the night, because I like academic diaries where it spans, 18 months or whatever. And I actually picked up the Harry Potter one. I was like, maybe, but it wasn't the right format for me, so I didn't get it.
Oh, right. Okay.
You know what I mean? So I will look at them. Even though I'm almost 40, I don't care.
Yeah, no problems about that.
No.
Yeah.
This is me sitting. For those of you that's seen the last video, I showed my llama cross stitch that's meant for children. I sat on the train on the way home from London after a few days of work cross stitching. It was glorious. I got some interesting looks.
Well, maybe we'll see how the Game of Thrones fabric goes when it finally comes in.
Yeah.
But maybe give us a comment if you're like, yay, I'll buy Harry Potter or Game of Thrones.
Yes, if you are into these things, will you get them? Maybe you have nieces, nephews, people in your life that are also
because those comments certainly help, and they help me choose, because ultimately I'm choosing fabric in order for people to buy it. Otherwise, that's my job. It doesn't work, does it? I suppose.
Exactly.
So let's go on to this new.
This is lovely.
Quilt collection.
I would actually be interested in it because we want me to make a quilt. I'd actually be tempted to make a quilt out of that because it'd tie in with my bedroom colours.
So, excuse me. This is. I know I'm still like the remnants of that hay fever or hay fever stroke cold. I don't know. So this is Regency Sussex, which actually times in just nicely, doesn't it, with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex getting married and the baby and everything this year. But this is called Regency Sussex. It's a Moda fabric.
Makes me think of Brighton for some reason.
Oh, well, I suppose that is Sussex, isn't it?
The big
have a nice
old
look at
houses.
that.
Isn't
Yes.
that fabulous?
And
we'll do some close-ups for you so you can have a
it's designed by Christopher Wilson Tate for Moda. And he's been collecting old-fashioned, that's probably the wrong word, quilts that were made like in the 1700s, 1800s.
Wow.
Actually real quilts. And he has taken elements of those quilts that he's collected, so antique quilts, that's probably what they're...
Vintage.
Yeah. So he's taken elements of design, colour, pattern, and then replicated them and made this whole new collection.
Yeah. It's all quite muted colours.
It is.
They're colourful. They're muted tones.
Excuse me. Yes, it's that sort of mustard yellow colour with the kind of the duck egg blue, the floral one.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Old wallpaper.
Yes, yeah. Laura Ashley style wallpaper.
Yeah, I feel like
you would get in your, well, not your grand's house, but it would be,
It was all the rage.
Yeah, it was, and then another floral. But we will, as I say, we'll show you better close-ups towards the end. So it came in numerous colourways. So I'm looking at the charm pack here, which has the whole collection. Yeah, charm pack. So Moda, the charm pack is a bit like, like Sellotape, a brand name.
Yes.
Is the company, but we somehow just call it all Sellotape. So like Blue Peter, that's why they had to
call it. Like a Hoover who's a Hoover.
Yes, exactly
rather than a vacuum.
So Moda were really clever with the driving force of Precuts. This is a pre-cut. The fabric has been pre-cut into a perfect size for doing patchwork. Oh. This has been cut into a 5-inch square.
Isn't that clever?
Moda then have 10-inch squares, so much, much bigger.
So if you're quilting, for example, you could buy multiples of these packs and you're good to go.
Oh, well, that could do a single quilt if you just sewed them all together easily. And yes, you could buy more.
A single quilt? What size quilt then?
Single.
As in a single bed?
Yeah, single.
Sorry, I suddenly was like...
Beg your pardon, yeah.
I was like, singular one.
And it's a brilliant invention because for shops, it's a good sell because... you fall in love with it,
Yeah.
and you buy it, and it may just go home in your stash, but the shop has got money, regardless of whether you make anything with it.
I never knew that that's what these were for. I have seen these in haberdasheries, and I
everywhere.
never ever knew that that's what
I
they
love
were
them.
for.
I love them. So you sew, if you're making a kid's quilt, which I love to do, like, I'm just going to get up and move. This is I think you might have seen one of these before.
You're just talking off camera. You might have seen one of these before. Right, so these would make one of them.
Indeed. Well, it would make a much bigger one.
Yeah.
Obviously. But the beauty of it is it's the fabric from the entire collection. So the colours all match perfectly.
My mind is slightly blown right now.
And you can do so many things with them. A classic 4-patch, where you put 4 together, or 9-patch. Oh, there are so many things. But you get the entire collection now. For us as a shop, I can't. There are 42. Well, maybe 40.
You can't get the entire collection.
No.
God,
I mean, those
ridiculous.
greens and browns are adorable.
Yeah.
I just don't have enough room, and also I don't have enough money. I could buy, if I did buy all that, it will just sit on the shelf all the time.
And that's only but that's only £12.
Yeah, really, really reasonable.
And then all you'd do, so you'd get this, and then you'd get maybe a whole whatever of one of those to back it
Indeed, yeah.
and to trim.
Yeah, or like what I'm doing now with kids' quilts is
they're
I put the border around, but then I'm not wadding it anymore. I'm just using cuddle fabric for the back.
This cuddle fabric, people, it's called
beautiful.
cuddle fabric for a reason. If I didn't have makeup on, my face would be in this. It's so nice.
Because kids will just want to have that on the settee or in the bed and snuggle with it. Little
Yes.
kids, as a little comforter sucking their thumb.
So it's a nice blanket.
But easier for a patchworker to do, because they haven't got to baste it and put the wadding in and put the backing on. You could do that much quicker. But especially with the charm pack, you see, you could knock one of those up easily in an afternoon.
No time at all.
Yeah. But Moda then had to call them something. So they based it around recipes. So you have a pattern. So rather than having a pattern, you have a recipe
Yes.
for the pattern.
Yes.
And then they called the Precuts after foodie things. So charm, jelly roll is the big strips, charm pack, layer cakes, or there's so honey buns are different sizes. You get 2.5-inch square. Oh, so many.
My
But
mind
because
is
of
totally being
that,
blown right now.
like sellotape and Hoover, everyone calls that a charm pack, but the other companies, because it's trademark, so other companies who have their own pre-cuts can't call them charm packs. They have to call them small squares, or I think Lewis and Iring have different names for them. Yeah, some will just call them 5-inch squares because that's ultimately what they are, but they'll have their own different names. They can't call them charm packs. But in essence, that is it. When you say a charm pack, most people will instantly know it's a 5-inch square.
I did not. Why have you never told me this before?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we've.
We've never had
Funny
a
enough, we've
discussion.
never discussed it. Have we? But
That's amazing.
yes.
Sorry, my mind's just.
So
blown.
it's the Moda brand, and they are a huge, if not probably the biggest manufacturer of fabric. Oh yeah, that's the only thing. You get Fluffingtons from the edge.
Get it off my jumper. My jumper's getting there.
It is. They've cornered the market in America. Really, Moda.
That's amazing.
They've got so many designers, but as I say, there must be over 30 different colourways there. So you've got your dark blue range, you've got your pale duck egg blue range, you've got your mustard yellow range, you've got the cream, and then brown range.
yeah.
So I went for what we call a story, where I would go right, duck egg blues and mustard yellows,
Yeah, they're lovely colours.
and get say 7 or 8 of a story there in that collection. So that would be our story. And then the charm pack. So if someone was going to make the quilt, they could do, or any type of, because Moda have so many patterns,
Yeah.
where you can do something with that. They could then border it with the yardage, or sash it, where you put the sashing in between,
Yeah.
or you've got your backing there.
Yeah.
So that's the way I've been doing it. And for kids fabric, that has worked a treat. Maybe for the adult fabrics, I don't know whether it has worked so much.
Really?
I have a feeling I'm probably going to be left with this.
But those are
Maybe.
things that you can make other things with.
Yeah, oh yes. Yeah. I mean, that would probably make, that is beautiful. That would make a lovely cushion.
Yeah. That would make lots of
just
nice things.
little,
It's a
like
nice
a
sort of
fleur-de-lis.
ditzy sort of print.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
You were the language. So
I remembered that word.
Yeah.
Look at me being fancy.
Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe I need to. This is where I've got to try and get better at making stuff up. You know, the big companies like Missouri Quilt Company or Jordan Fabrics in America, they'll have a tutorial on YouTube and a free pattern that involves probably about 5 meters of all that, and they'll sell it. You know, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
I love it though. It's great.
It's
you know, it's
beautiful.
nice.
It's absolutely beautiful.
But
yes.
I mean, it is.
Know that I could have been making quilts and blankets all this time, and I didn't know that that's what they were.
Yeah. So they are lovely, and what you'll find is people will buy these because I love those colours, and it ultimately ends up just sitting in their stash.
You could do a nice radiated
anything.
quilt with that.
Oh
As
yeah,
in a nice
yeah.
sweep all the way up, corner to corner.
I think it's all these fluff in it.
Sorry.
It's all right.
That's me flicking through it all.
Yeah, so it's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. So we'll see how it does. I don't often choose classic fabric like that, and I was thinking of my audience, and I was like, I've had loads of modern fabrics. I choose modern fabrics, I choose modern colours, and I thought, oh, I don't want to alienate too much of my audience and my customers, my audience base, so I'll try one more classic.
Yeah.
It was either this or they had a collection based on William Morris, old designer from yesteryear that did curtains, fabric designer that did curtains, and very floral, heavily floral.
Oh, okay.
But that was a bit too heavy for my liking, so I thought this was lighter, nicer, fresher designs based on old.
Modern based on classics.
Yeah,
basically.
indeed.
They are beautiful.
So I mean, I love it, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, I'm just sitting staring at
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
My mind has been blown now by your fussy things, or the cut things. Anyway.
Oh, the precuts. Yeah, and as I say, there are so many precuts. The only problem is the precuts are actually quite expensive for us shops to get in. Well, for us little shops, because you have to buy them in packs of 12. I know.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, they don't make it. Some shops, some suppliers. We've talked about this before with yarn, haven't we?
Yeah.
They don't make it easy for you because you've got to buy it in packs of 20. So like sock wool, where you only want 2 balls to make 1 pair of socks.
Yeah.
You've got to buy a pack of 20 balls of one colour, and it's like, really? Can you not just do like a mixed bag where you might have 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 5 different colours?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a much more sensible option?
But with this, you think, well, can I not just buy like 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Because we're a little shop, and I've got to buy 12.
That's disappointing.
And sometimes it struggles to sell 12. It would be nicer, but I then have to choose between 12 of these, or do I go for a layer cake, or do I go for the small ones, the 2.5
And you
inch?
still have to buy all of those in bulk, like the
You
layer
do.
cakes and stuff.
So it's like, but sometimes I think, well, can I not have a mixed bag where I have 3 layer cakes, 2 charms, and then you've got a selection, which then looks really nice on the shelf.
Yeah, and it's more likely to sell well because you're able to
rather
do that
than having
with
to buy 12 of those, 4 of the layer cakes and 10 of whatever. But
disappointing.
There we are. Yeah, just one of those things, I suppose, isn't it? Excuse me.
Sorry, all this just...
It is, isn't it? And I think the fan is like blowing it into my face.
Do you want me to lean forward more?
No, it's fine. So that's our new fabric collection.
Fabulous.
So it'll be good to see how that goes, really. I'll be tracking that to see whether there is an audience for that type of fabric.
Yeah.
Or whether, as we say, we end up going down more of the licensed stuff.
Yeah.
So
we have a beautiful knit. We've mentioned Mandy before. Hello, Mandy. How are you?
Mandy. So this is another Mandy knit. Now I asked Mandy to knit something up to show off this beautiful yarn that we've got from Katia. Called, you feel that, give that a squish.
Oh.
It's called Silky Lace. I think we've mentioned it before on an earlier episode, but I don't think we went into detail about it.
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it? And it's merino extra fine silk.
Yeah.
Explain, please.
So I think it's 80% merino,
Yeah.
and then 20% silk. So they've spun the merino and the
It's almost
silk
got a sheen
together,
to it.
and that's
from
why I
the
like
silk
it.
then.
Yeah, and I think the silk gives it that extra softness, doesn't it?
That would be lovely.
So we've got that nice mustard yellow, and I've got this sort of
That's a nice plummy.
yeah, isn't it? And I had a duck egg blue, and that like what I'm wearing now, and that just flew out
Oh yeah.
the shop. But we were saying about samples getting better, and Mandy is such a quick knitter.
Sorry.
And such a good knitter, so I said, can you knit something up with this?
She's done a fantastic job, and that's knit. I'm
Yeah.
always so blinkered in my what knitting can be done, because I would like crochet, but knitting.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm talking to the dummy, but that's beautiful.
But
So you could just pop that on over a vest top.
yeah,
It's another one of
Yeah.
those throw on at
indeed, yeah. But
It's
look
got
at
a
that.
nice
So you've got
band.
nice stocking stitch down the edge of the arm.
which comes
Yeah.
across, so that ties it over nicely.
And the back.
Yeah.
And it's just nice to
Done a
see
fantastic
knitting
job.
in this really open lace effect.
Yes, that's what
You
I was
know.
attempting to articulate.
Ah.
Whereas knitting, I think these.
Yes, we think dense sort of
Yes.
woolly jumper, don't we?
Whereas I would associate
Yeah.
crochet with lighter things like
Yes.
this. But
Yeah.
this could actually be knitted up, which would be much quicker probably than crochet. Crocheting it up. Well, it depends how quick you are.
Yeah, that's right. But it's just lovely to. But it's also another chance to feel it, isn't it? But when you see it again, people go, "Oh, I like that." They then look at the wool, and then it helps
Helps
for
sell.
it to go again.
Yeah.
But the yardage on it is great because it's full ply. It's really value for money. There's 260 meters on there, which
You
is an
wouldn't
awful
think
lot.
that at all looking at it.
Big.
What were you going to say, Stuart? That's what she said.
It's just just a lot of yardage on there. So it's really nice, really nice. So yeah,
Fabulous. Thank you, Mandy. It is
so
fabulous.
indeed. So fab one there. So hopefully that will help sell the yarn and maybe get some more colours in, so I can then commit to getting more colours. That's always
Yes.
a hard one. Quite hot.
Yes.
It was like a sweatshop in here today. Saturday that we're filming.
And
But
it's,
in case people believed it's always a Wednesday.
yeah, sadly,
Amazing,
sadly
isn't it?
no.
Yeah. And Ting was in the shop.
Hello, Ting.
And,
Ting, why didn't you hang about? I know you had places to go, but that's not the point.
I think it was a barbecue.
Yeah.
He's probably chomping. I'll stop again because he's probably chomping on a nice hot dog as we speak. He brought me a present. I know. What do you think it is?
I'm not entirely sure. Oh,
Got me loads of jersey. So my first ever. The challenge she set
yes.
for us in
Yes.
the sewing bee, and I made the jersey t-shirt.
Yeah.
He's bought me some weird. I'm a fabric shop, yet he's bought me some fabric.
Yeah.
He's brought me some
But
jersey.
you don't stock jersey. as
No.
such, so
I'd like to, but again, it's
priorities.
getting to that point where do we go down the dressmaking route more, and leave the patchwork? Difficult, though I am getting into more dressmaking because of having the Overlocker.
Yeah.
So we got the Overlocker out today,
Oh, did you?
and
I was going to say that seems to already have been started.
I've started and virtually finished.
Go
Made
on.
another t-shirt on an Overlocker, so I didn't use the normal sewing machine at all. And yes, I think I should have watched a few tutorials on YouTube first, but I have some. Look at that! I used white thread because I didn't have any red, but it helps for you to see it when we show you a close up.
Yes.
But look at that for a seam.
Well done. Is it easier to work with on the Overlocker? Does that make
It's
sense?
more. I think it's more enjoyable because you see such a lovely finished hem seam. The only problem is, it's more difficult because.
Once you cut it, that's it.
Well, and I had that problem.
Oh no! What did you do?
So I've got a big hole in my armpit there.
that's just for airing yourself out.
Because
You're tagging and
oh
everything.
yes, yeah. That's our alert. And maybe people on the comments can help me with this.
You can help us out.
I overlocked the bottom seam.
Yes.
Of the t-shirt, this bit here.
Of your sleeve.
Of the sleeve, yeah. And because the blade is in front of the needle on the overlocker, so it cuts the yarn, it cuts the fabric first, and then the needle goes in. So I was looking at the needle, and I was coming down here, and I was obviously near the end of the t-shirt.
Yes.
But my blade was further in front. Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I was just going to before it
and of course it then hacked. So I know.
So are you just going to use a normal sewing machine to repair
no,
that?
No, there's got to be a way. I that's why I said I think I needed to have watched a YouTube tutorial first.
Yeah.
Because should I have carried on sewing and then maybe my pattern was wrong in the first place. I mean, I was so excited to get the fabric, but I thought, right, let's do it now. And I cut it out, and I said, yeah, and I was eyeballing it. But I did my collar. I thought, I'll do the collar in a different colour. But actually, as Tate said,
it looks like a football jersey.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
He said it looks like a pair of pyjamas.
I was thinking football top.
But I love the red. I've got red. Bought me red. Oh, there's the original one that I made. Blue, sky blue, and navy. I mean, look at them. They're proper like Superman colours, aren't they? So I can't wait.
I want to see you in a Superman outfit.
So I'm going to be busy beavering away over the next couple of weeks just to really get the hang. I mean, I've got enough there. I've got 2 meters of each. I could probably make 6 t-shirts, if not more.
Yeah.
So it'll be just a good opportunity to get to know the overlocker, really.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be bashing. So it was like a sweatshop here earlier. It was like, hot. The overlocker was going on.
Doesn't it get really warm when you're sewing and doing stuff?
Yeah.
Even though the machine isn't necessarily pumping out heat, I don't know what it's about.
I know. Well, I think it's because it's 33 degrees today, maybe. That's probably why.
No, but in general, when I'm sewing,
on a hot
it gets
day.
warm.
But it was great. So I'll be keeping you up to date with my progress there. Any tips on how to use the overlocker or to get the best out of the overlocker, drop us a comment, definitely so.
Yeah, awesome.
And you're nearly done with yours, aren't you?
Yes. I've just another inch left.
Oh, we're so close. So it'll be time to model and show off soon.
In a few videos, you will expect to see something fab.
So it's been a good day, really.
Yeah,
so.
Sounds like you've had a lush weekend. Fabulous.
Yeah, it's been me all talk today, and you've just sort of chilled out.
Well, I've been topped out for the past week at work, so I'm happy to just catch up.
Good. Well, you know where to follow us on Instagram and on any social media, whatever takes your fancy.
Yeah.
I certainly do more on Instagram. You do more on Instagram, do you?
I'm an Instagram, Twitter person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, see, I don't do Twitter now. It's just because there's just too much there. And I think the Instagram audience maybe not as...
Instagram audience is more...
nicer or...
Well, it's a lot more crafty based because you can share pictures of your projects and what you're doing.
But I know you can do that on Twitter as well, can't you?
Yeah, but everybody loves to have a nosy on Instagram and scroll and see it all in one place.
Twitter always seems to me to be about words and nothing else. But I know it's changed now because you can get videos on there too. But yes, follow us on all the places, see
Links
what we're getting up to. And we love following you as well. We've got loads of new followers since and seeing what they're all getting up to.
Yes.
What they're making.
Share your stories.
Indeed.
What projects are you working on?
Yeah.
And if anybody's getting stuck, make sure you leave questions down below because other people could answer you even if we don't know the answer. So if you have a look in the comments, maybe you have the answer to something that somebody's getting stuck on.
Definitely.
Just as a random
it's
thought.
All about that, isn't it? Share and share alike.
Bit of community.
Say. Indeed. Yeah. So many thanks for watching.
Yes.
And we'll see you again in a couple of weeks' time.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you. Bye.